All right, let's just get right into it. This is for you. You know who you are. The consultant, the freelancer, the agency owner who took that big leap from the 9 to 5 only to find out you didn't really escape. You just built yourself a fancier, more demanding cage, right? You thought more work meant more freedom, but it just meant, well, more work. Today, we're going to tear that whole idea down.
You know, we all talk about building a lifestyle business. That's the dream, isn't it? Freedom, control, all that good stuff. But let's be honest, what most of us end up with is just a remote job with way more stress and a lot more paperwork. Seriously, if the whole show stops the second you step away, it doesn't matter what you call yourself. It's not a business. It's a job wearing a costume.
So here's the real gut check question. And I mean, really think about this. If you decided to just disappear for a month, no emails, no calls, totally unplugged, what happens to the money? Does it keep coming in, or does everything just stop? If your revenue flatlines, then you haven't built a business, my friend. You've just gotten really, really good at running on a treadmill.
And it hits the nail on the head. Look, working from a beautiful beach somewhere sounds amazing. But if you're still stuck glued to your laptop all day, you're not free. You've just relocated. The core problem, that whole trading your time for money deal, it's still there. Nothing's actually changed.
Okay, this is where so many people are getting it wrong right now. Everyone's buzzing about AI, 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 thinking it's some kind of magic wand. But listen, AI isn't the prize. It's the tool. It's the lever you pull to get to the real prize. And that prize is ownership. That's the mindset shift we have to make, and it changes everything.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it's about getting from the left side of your screen to the right. It's about stopping the labor game, trading your limited time for dollars, and starting the ownership game. That's where you build things, actual assets that make money for you, even when you're not actively working. We're talking systems, not just sweat. Assets, not just hours.
All right, so how do we actually do this? Well, think of it like climbing a ladder with 4 rungs. The first rung, layer 1, is your skill. That's what you do, what you're an expert in. Then comes layer 2, building a system around that skill, making it a process. Layer 3 is automation, using tech to make that process run without you. And the top rung, layer 4, that's ownership. That's where you own the whole machine. But here's the kicker. Almost everyone gets stuck on that first rung. They just keep selling their skill over and over again. And this is what's so critical to understand about AI. It's not about making you a slightly faster consultant at layer 1. No way. The real power, the game-changing power of AI, kicks in at layers 3 and 4. It's the rocket fuel for your automation. It's the toolkit you use to build and grow the assets you own. That's where things get explosive. So let's be super clear about what we're actually trying to build here. We're building digital assets. And what is that? Simple. It's a system you create that's scalable, automated, and makes money without you having to be there, trading your time hour after hour. Think of it like a little money machine that works for you, not the other way around.
Okay, so digital assets sounds a little abstract, right? What are we actually talking about here? Well, for someone like you, it could be a whole bunch of things. Maybe it's a scalable course that packages up your expertise, or a completely automated sales funnel that brings in customers while you sleep. It could be a content machine, like a YouTube channel or a blog, that works as your 24/7 salesperson. Heck, it could even be a simple software tool or a set of killer templates that your clients would love.
And I can already hear you thinking, this all sounds great, but where am I supposed to find the time for this? And that's a fair question. The idea here is something called the 15-hour leverage principle. And it basically says this: if you can't carve out 15 focused hours a week to build your assets, your problem isn't a lack of time or money. Your problem is friction. You're wasting time on the wrong things.
And guess what helps you kill that friction? Yep, AI again. Its #1 job for you should be to just obliterate all that low-value junk, the admin, the repetitive tasks, all the stuff that's frankly a waste of your talent. But, and this is the most important part, the time you get back isn't for Netflix. It's not vacation time. That time is your investment capital. You have to reinvest it into building your assets. That's the deal.
Okay, so let's boil this down to a simple, practical plan you can literally start today. Ready? Step 1. Pick one skill you have that people will pay for. Just one. Step 2. Build one scalable asset around it. A small course, a template, whatever. Don't overthink it. Step 3. Use AI to do the grunt work, the research, the first drafts of content, the boring onboarding stuff. And step 4, this is absolutely key. Take the money you make and plow it right back into getting that asset in front of more people.
And you know what happens when you start doing that? Your whole world changes. Your day-to-day work isn't about frantically chasing the next client anymore. It's not about just getting the next project done. Your main job becomes building. You're building infrastructure. You stop being a worker in your business and you become the architect of it.
There's a line that just sums this all up so perfectly. It says the difference between exhaustion and freedom is design. And that's it, isn't it? This whole thing isn't about grinding harder or working till you drop. That's what leads to burnout. The path to real freedom comes from being an intentional designer of your business, not just its hardest worker.
So it all comes down to this one question. We're heading into a future where just doing the work, the labor, is becoming less and less valuable. But owning the system, that's everything. You've got the tools now, you've got the blueprint. So the question is, are you going to be the architect of your own future, or are you going to let somebody else design it for you?